evening. My name is Kristen Kramer, and I'm the president of Greater Reading Young Professionals. We are a local organization, and we're based on attracting, engaging, and retaining young professionals in the Greater Reading region. We do this through a variety of venues, but our bread and butter, our main way of keeping young professionals involved and engaged in the community is through our events. And we do a variety of events each month as well as annual events. And tonight I have with me some of the members of our events committee. To my left is Laura Witt. She's our co-events chair. Matt Frazzo, who's our sports league chair, co-chair, and Christy Gage-Linderman, who is our other events co-chair. And they have a lot on their plate, scheduling all of these events that we do each month. When GRYP started, the main event was called the Third Thursday. That's sort of how GRYP got established, and it was held the third Thursday of every month from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at different venues throughout the community. And we've continued with that, but as GRYP has grown and the needs of our members have grown, the types of events that we offer continue to grow. And we've added breakfast events, we've added different happy hours, we've added the sports league, and then we've also grown to add annual events each year that are larger scale events, along with member-only events. So that's sort of the overall picture of what we have going on. First, I'm actually going to ask you each to tell us a little bit about how you got involved with GRYP, and if you want to say where you work and why initially you decided to not only come to a GRYP event, but then also, get involved by being on a committee, serving on our board. I'll start with you, Laura.
Well, I work at VF Outlet, and I am fairly new to the Reading area. Within the past couple of years, I moved here out of college, and I didn't know anyone at all. So I found it's been a really great network, not to meet people professionally, in addition to socially, and make friends and kind of find different places in Reading that I may not normally find. So.
Okay. Thank you. Matt?
Hi, I'm Matt Frasso. I work at Prenny Beard. I got involved through work. A lot of my coworkers have been involved with GRYP for the past 5 or 6 years, and just thought it was a good idea to get out and be able to meet new people and build relationships through the young professionals.
Okay, thanks. Christy?
And I'm Christy Gage with Gage Personnel. I joined GRYP in 2006. First thing I did after I graduated college, I wanted to get reconnected to Berks County, and that was the best way. And GRYP has grown so much since then. We continue to grow every day. And the main reason I wanted to do it was to reconnect, meet some new faces, meet the business community, and find out how I could really get involved and find out what's fun in Reading and why it's so important to live, work, and play here. So,
and I think we've all gotten to know each other through GRYP and consider each other friends, and probably would not know each other if it wasn't for GRYP. And I personally grew up here, left the area, worked out of the area for a few years and moved back. And even though I grew up here, I didn't know a lot of people anymore. Most of my friends from high school had moved away. And at the time I was working for a company, there was only a few employees, so there wasn't a lot of opportunities for me to meet people. And one of my coworkers was one of the founding board members and asked me to come out to this event. And when you hear GRYP events, or there might be this stigma of networking, and I felt that way when I was first asked, oh, go to this networking event. And I'm like, I don't really want to network. What is that all about? So maybe one of you want to tell us, what is a GRYP, sort of the format, and maybe it's not so much about networking, Christy, or if you want to kind of,
sure.
If you were to come to a GRYP event, what's it like?
If you come to a GRYP event, it can be a little bit scary if you're showing up on your own because you think that everybody's already friends and already has known each other for years. That is not true. It's more of the fact that new members are coming every day, and I'm meeting so many new people, and they just want to reconnect and get to know the community. So it's more of a social group and a way to see what neat restaurants, businesses, historical sites are here in the area. So if you show up at an event, you'll always see our smiling faces. We'll greet you at the door, introduce you to new people. Everybody's there to meet new people. And, of course, there are some aspects of networking and, it's part of the business world, but most of our events are more tailored around social and learning your area and getting to meet new people.
And I think that's what's great is we always have them at different locations, whether it's a business or a nonprofit or a bar or restaurant. It's a way to learn about places, like Laura said, that you may not go to. And I know when one of the events we had at the museum several years ago, I live right down the street from the museum. I never went there, went to a GRYP event, became a member of the museum. Now I regularly go to shows there, and it's one of those things, if I hadn't taken that opportunity through GRYP, I might not take advantage of that cultural resource that we have in Berks County. Laura, what are some of the events we have coming up this month, if you want to, this month and even in the future months, in the summer?
Well, our next event is May 31st at the Upland Cafe. We're hosting a happy hour there. The Upland's hosting us there.
And maybe if you want to tell, what's the difference between like a happy hour and a third Thursday or one of our other events?
Well, a happy hour is generally more informal of an event. There's not usually a networking structured networking component. It's people just come, they enjoy a drink, some food, and just basically chat and meet new people, have a good time. We also have a second happy hour coming up just that following week, actually, at the Knights Pub. It's brand new at Stokesay. It just opened. It should be a really great event, and that's on June 6th.
And usually the happy hours, and most of the events that are evenings are 5:30 to 7:30. It gives enough time for people to get out of work and get to the location. And the happy hours kind of resulted as a request and need of our members. There's some people that want to go to the more structured event, like on a third Thursday, where we typically have a speaker, or if it's at, say, the museum or Goggleworks, you'll get a tour, something like that. And then there's some people that just want to come out and socialize. So that's kind of how the happy hours evolved from that. And we usually have 1 or 2 happy hours a month. Let's jump into the Sports League, which is a newer thing for GRYP. And again, this kind of came out of requests from our members. And Harrisburg has a young professionals group, and they started doing a sports league. And through some events, we had an opportunity to interact with some of their board members, and they talked about how successful their sports leagues were. And so a lot of our members work for smaller companies, so they may not necessarily have enough people to do a work team or do intramurals through work. So GRYP's provided that. Matt, if you want to tell us a little bit about the sports league.
Sure. The sports league started, I guess, last August through kickball. And like Kristen said, a lot of companies around here may not be the big companies where you can have a entire company team to participate in the softball league or a basketball league or something like that. So we decided kickball, take it back to the grassroots of elementary school, and just another way to interact, a little bit less professional setting, add a little bit of fun competition to it. And usually we charge our members about $20, $25. We do use it as a fundraiser to support some of our charities that we donate money to. Included in that $25, you do get a team T-shirt, usually with the GRYP logo on it, and just the sports league that we do. We've also played volleyball in the winter, and we just wrapped up a touch football league. Most of the leagues are co-ed to kind of interact, guys and girls, and also, not to make it too competitive, because I guess some of us occasionally can get a little competitive with sports and things like that. But also, we did a flag football tournament that Reading High held for us the Saturday before Thanksgiving. We were able to raise over $750 to donate to the food bank right before Thanksgiving.
And did either of you ladies participate in any of the sports leagues?
Yeah, I think Laura and I played in all of them so far. We were just teammates.
I don't know how you have time. You're planning all the events and you're going to the sports events. I'm not so athletic, so I run, but I don't do this. I haven't done the sports leagues yet. So.
Well, we do have a running group.
Yes. You want to talk about that?
Sure. Well, on Wednesday nights, we've been meeting at there's a by the Toon Trail, right behind Trooper Thorns.
Yes,
there's
an
that
entrance there.
parking lot there. I believe it's at 5:30 Wednesday nights. So come out and join us for that.
But the
how
was kickball? I mean, because I think that was a great way for GRYP to introduce sports leagues, because it's kickball. It's fun, and you don't really need a lot of skill to play kickball.
No, you don't need to be a pro kickball player or football player or even a runner. You can walk on the runs, too. All skill levels, so you're not embarrassing yourself. I'm pretty sure I tripped over a ball, and it was all in fun. So we really make it fun for everybody, I promise.
And when do we typically have the sporting events?
Normally sports leagues are either on Tuesday nights or Wednesday nights. Depends on availability of fields and the gyms and things like that. But normally try and have the sports leagues either on a Tuesday or a Wednesday night. Usually the sports leagues run somewhere between 8 to 10 weeks, one night a week, just to get out, exercise a little bit, meet new people, and like I said, a little bit less of a professional setting, in case that intimidates anybody that, maybe they don't want to go to the third Thursday event and,
Right.
coming straight from work and, dressed up in your business casual or business suit, something like that, and maybe be intimidated. But I think this is a, very casual way to be able to be introduced to people, have a little bit, friendly competition, and be able to interact with people, our age.
And just so people know, what the GRYP membership is technically 21 to 45, although we don't turn anybody away, and we have some older community members that support us and like to come out to events, but you must be 21 to be a GRYP member and to participate in our activities and events. What about any plans for future sports leagues? Are there any ideas?
We're going to go back to kickball again this fall. It was very successful last year. We had 6 teams last year, obviously looking to grow that to, continue to bring more people in from the community. So kickball will start, I guess, in August, run through the beginning of October. And then we are starting again to plan the 2nd annual Turkey Bowl, which will be held the Saturday before Thanksgiving, with the majority of the proceeds going to the food bank.
Okay. And do you have to have a team? Do you have to put your own team together, or what if you've never come to a GRYP event, you don't know anybody? Can you just walk on? I mean, how do you guys kind of structure it?
Well, I mean, the biggest way we structure it is obviously through word of mouth, through the GRYP members that have participated in the past. We normally try and talk about it to, friends outside of GRYP as well. This doesn't have to be a member-only sports league. We're always looking for other members in the community to come out and play. You can form your own teams if you have a, core group of friends that you want to play with and participate with. If you just want to come out and play, you can go to the website, register on there, and, just shoot one of us an email that are on the sports league committee, and just let us know, hey, I'm interested in playing kickball. I think it's a great way to come out and meet new people, and we'll make sure that you get on a team and get you set up that way.
And something we're introducing is corporate sponsorships, and there's opportunities if you're a company and you would like to have a company team, you can sponsor a team through GRYP. We also have opportunities you can sponsor T-shirts if you want the visibility and have your logo on the T-shirts for the different leagues. That's a possibility as well. So, and Matt mentioned our website. It's greaterreadingyp.org. That is the place to go to learn about any of our events, learn about the sports league, as well as RSVP for events, and you can become a member. And it's just $45 a year to be a GRYP member, and you will see probably within attending 1 or 2 events the value you will receive from that. It's not, most of our events you'll have food, there'll be some beverages, there'll be presentations, and if you would go out to dinner and drinks for a night, you'd probably easily spend $20-30. So think about if you go to a couple events, you're going to get your value of that $45. And sometimes companies will reimburse you if you look into that opportunity. They see it as a networking opportunity. So that's something to think about. So what about third Thursday event? We talked about the next 2 happy hours. Christy, what's our third Thursday coming up in June?
Yeah, our June 3rd Thursday is actually coming up. It will be the 21st of June at Herbine, and it's going to be an outdoor party, so we want to get some fresh air for all of our members. There's going to be food and beverage. No official program, so it's going to be more of a social event, but they will have a financial takeaway for all of our members to learn a little bit more about how to formulate their finances moving forward. So it's a tip, it's a bonus for our members as we're planning our futures.
And it's also outside, which is nice. As we go into the summer months, we tend to have some of our events outside. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to talk more about GRYP events.
You're watching Greater Reading Young Professionals Emerge on bctv.org. Be informed. Be involved. Be a member. For membership information, go to www.bctv.org/support/membership. For more information and other related stories, go to www.bctv.org. Program underwriting is a valuable source of revenue for bctv.org and a way for you and your business to get exposure in the community. To learn how you can support a bctv.org program, go to www.bctv.org.
Hi, welcome back to the Greater Reading Young Professionals program. I have with me tonight some of the members of our events committee, and GRYP has a variety of events each month as well as throughout the year. Something we introduced probably in the past year and a half is members-only events. And some of these are a little bit more high-level events, and one of them is a masquerade ball we had for the first time this past October, and it was, I thought, an amazing event. Laura, if you want to talk a little bit about that, because we are planning to have one again this year.
Sure. We are hosting 2012's Masquerade Ball for October 26th. It's going to be held at the Sterling Mansion, again, where it was held last year. And it was just a really great event. The atmosphere was fantastic. Everyone dressed up either in costumes or in masks, so that was fun. Everyone got into the spirit. And it's a really great way to, one of the ways to see the value in a GRYP membership.
Right. And the cost, there was an additional cost for this as it was a higher level event. I think the price, I don't remember off the top of my head what it was, but it was pretty reasonable. And the food that Sterling provided was just spectacular. Mm-hmm. They did the catering, and they also had opportunities if you wanted to stay over at the guest hotel. They offered GRYP discounts for that. And if you've never been to the Sterling Mansion, I mean, it's a really neat place. It was the perfect backdrop for a masquerade ball, kind of little spooky, but I thought it was so much fun. Everybody was talking about what kind of masks they were going to get, and so it'll be interesting with this being the second year. Will people wear the same masks that they've invested in, or will they look to find new masks? So definitely looking forward to that. And Christy, what are some of the other members-only type events that we've done?
We started doing member-only events because we do a lot of our General Third Thursday. We do allow guests to come to those. We try to have guests come to maybe at least two to kind of check out what we're all about and make sure that they really know what they're getting into. And so far, they come to one as a guest and they become members right away. But we wanted to give our actual members an added benefit to their membership. So these high-level events, member-only events, you might find keynote speakers. We had Marcia Egan speak about how to network your way to the top. And she spoke so dynamically, and I think a lot of people walked away with a way to come up with their elevator speech and all of that in sales. So that was a benefit. We also have our GG event. It's our GRYP Gala every year. I think it's huge in the community. We have a really great team, our GG team, that puts that together every year, and it's all raising money for a good cause. So look for the member-only events. They'll be advertised on our website, and we're usually looking for sponsors or speakers, a way to give our members something extra, and usually the value of those events alone are enough to cover our memberships for the next 10 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and we've done some lunch and learns. I mean, we've tried to do different variety of events, again, to meet the schedules of our members. When we first started and we only had third Thursdays, we heard from some people, I'd love to get involved with GRYP, but I have a commitment every third Thursday, whether it's a class or they have children that have commitments. And so another thing we introduced in the past few years was the breakfast events. Laura, can you tell me a little bit about those and when they're held?
Sure. They're hosted the second Wednesday of each month. They're currently being held at the Courtyard Marriott by Viva. I believe they start at 7:30. And each week there's a different topic that the group focuses on. It's a great way, if you can't necessarily attend evening events, as Kristen mentioned, to be able to network that way.
And I have not been to a breakfast event. I am not a morning person. Have either of you attended them?
I've been to a couple, and they're great. And they used to start at 7 a.m., but we decided 7:30 to 8:30 is great. You're not getting into work too late, and you're not getting up too early. And it's a smaller group. It's a great way to really get to know people, and the topics are always pretty pertinent to what's going on in our world as a young professional and the challenges that we might see, and it's really great. And there may be food available. There's always free coffee at these events, and if you're interested in going, don't forget to sign up on the website so there's enough coffee for everybody.
And do you do name tags for the breakfast events?
No name tags. It's very laid back. A lot of our events are laid back. Some of the other events will have the name tags, so as long as you RSVP in advance, you'll be covered. If not, we'll be able to make you one when you show up.
And again, to learn about any of these events, to RSVP, you can go to greaterreadingyp.org. We actually just launched a new website in the past few months. Nathan Mears, who's one of our board members, helped make it happen, and it's an awesome site. It tells you not just about events, but also about the different committees. And there's other events that we do that aren't necessarily organized through the events committee. We have a community advancement committee, and they do annually an event called Costumes on the Corridor that's usually held right around Halloween, usually the last Thursday in October. And that's a community-wide event that GRYP introduced maybe about 3 years ago. It's along the Penn Corridor. It covers the city of Reading, West Reading, and into Wyomissing, all three municipalities that are considered part of the Penn Corridor. And the businesses get involved, and families come out, kids get dressed up, and they can trick-or-treat, as well as as parents, you can learn about businesses or maybe visit a business that you might not normally get an opportunity to do. The kids get treats, and it's just a safe, family, fun night. So that's through our Community Advancement Committee. Community Advancement also does some outreach to colleges. We've also had GRYP events. If you want to talk about the Albright event that we had a couple months ago.
Sure. We had an event over at Albright, and we collaborated with some of their graduating seniors and their career services department, and we had a great tour of their gallery, the Freeman Gallery, and we learned quite a bit and met a lot of people that are getting ready to graduate, don't know where they're going and what they're going to do, and I think a lot of them are convinced that Reading, Greater Reading area is the place to be, and it's just great to get in front of the college students and let them know that there really is something here. They don't have to move to New York or California to find something exciting. So. And
I think that's it really is important for GRYP to do outreach to colleges. We have great universities and colleges in this area, and a lot of students that are not from Berks County that go to these schools. So GRYP is a wonderful resource for recent college grads. I mean, as Christy mentioned, moving back, you got very involved, and Laura moved here right after school, and you've now made friends. You're still in this area. I think that's important to recognize that through GRYP and through attending events and making friends, you do feel a part of this community, and also the opportunity to give back through serving on a GRYP committee or serving on our board. And what's really nice about GRYP, I think, is that for a lot of our board members, it's the first opportunity to serve on a board and get that experience. And as our members and our board members grow up and kind of roll out of the GRYP age range, then they get involved and serve on other boards in the community. So I think that's a nice thing that GRYP offers. We have a couple minutes left. What are some other events that we have looking forward to this summer? We have the 2 happy hours coming up. We've got the 3rd Thursday in June. Are there any other key events you want to highlight?
Sure. We are hosting a bowling event on June 12th. It's
fun.
At
Okay.
Berks Lanes. So it kind of ties into the sports end of it. So that should be really great. It's $12 for the evening, unlimited pizza and soda, and bowling.
That sounds like a bargain.
And then
we've actually have all of our events planned through the end of the year, so keep checking the website. But for now, we're going to get through summer. We've got a lot coming up through June that we've already mentioned. Through July, you can expect our 3rd Thursday at Leisowitz Heller and a couple other happy hours planned. In August, we're going to do the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry Chamber Picnic. That's an annual 3rd Thursday event for us. Our members do get discounts, but we're also planning a pool party for our members if they don't plan to go to the chamber event on another day that month. Details are coming soon. Come September, we're looking at doing a Goggle Works event. In October, we're partnering with the Historical Society of Berks County. November, partnering with Rhine Soul for a 3rd Thursday event. That's also the same month as our community fair and the Turkey Bowl that were mentioned earlier. And come December, we've got our Jingle, Mix, and Mingle. It's our annual event. Everybody looks forward to that.
And that's sort of our annual holiday party, and that's become a members-only event as well. Yes. Because it was so well attended, we have had it at the Wyndham, I don't know, 5 years, I think, since it started.
We're coming to number 6, yeah.
And they're going to host us again, and they're a great venue for us. And they don't have their restaurant bar area is not that big, so we kept outgrowing it. We're out in the the terrace outside there, and so those are that's a great sampling of the events. And Christine mentioning the different organizations and businesses that host us. So we have a few minutes left before we go. Do you have any final thoughts on events or why people should come out and if they have not, come out and experience GRYP?
I do.
Just go down the row.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I was just going to say, you can see how we're already lined up through the end of the year. People want to sponsor us because people want us to come see their facilities. So if anyone out there is interested in hosting an event or bringing us to your area, all you have to do is send us an email. It's events@greaterreadingyp.org is our new email address. And if you have any topics for events or feedbacks for event, we always want to hear it so we can tailor our events to what our members are looking for. So if you haven't come out yet, you should come out and meet the people and see what's out there and just give it a shot because I really think you'll like it.
And you can also sign up for our e-newsletter through our website, and that goes out each month and has a list of the upcoming events, and you can click on and learn more through that as well. Matt, any final thoughts on sports leagues? Or
Yeah, I think it's just a great way to come out and meet new people. If you're new to the area, just graduating from college at one of the local colleges or universities, to stay, within the greater Reading area. Or if you have gone away to school and want to come back to Reading to live and pursue a career, I think it's just a great way to get out there and meet people and get back involved with the community.
Thanks. Laura?
I just want to encourage anyone who may be thinking about coming out to come out and see what we're all about. I know it can be intimidating and scary if you don't know anyone, but I promise we're friendly. Chrissy said we'll introduce you to people, and you'll find your place in the GRYP.
Definitely, and we also have a membership committee that helps try to welcome new faces and try to introduce you. And typically our board members that are there try to welcome new faces. So it's a welcoming environment, and we encourage you to come out, get to know more about GRYP, and just come out for one event, get to know some of us, and hopefully you'll come back for more. So again, the website is greaterreadingyp.org, and thanks for tuning in. Have a great night.